Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I'm going to do a very small plant haul, literally just like 2 plants, although they are pretty cool ones, and then just a couple of updates on stuff I've mentioned. I was going to dive right into the first thing. I repotted my peace lily 3 weeks ago, I think, and I said like peace lilies hate being repotted, and that, if you're new to plants, like, what does that even mean? And I'll show you what that means, because my peace lily did indeed hate being repotted. So this is my peace lily. She's variegated, but she's not one of the like the domino ones. She's just got like a little bit of variegation. I'll show you on the leaves. But anyway, so here she is, perfectly happy. Like happy, look, I mean, she's got new growth. The new growth is coming in variegated. If I can find a leaf. That's not dark enough one. There's one there. There we go. You can see that. So look, I mean, this is a lush, happy peace lily. Till I do this. And you can see she's just sad at the bottom. And these are the leaves. So those yellow leaves are the ones that she has chosen to sacrifice to show me how displeased she was at being repotted. There's nothing wrong with her. Like, she is fine. She's recently been watered. She's not been overwatered. She's growing really well. She's actually growing faster than I thought she would, just because it's been quite cold here. But she is 100% fine. But she just needs me to know that she didn't like that. So she's sacrificed a few leaves at the bottom. You'll notice that all leaves at the bottom, like older ones, she knows exactly what she's doing. So that. And it can be quite, if you're new to plants, especially peace lilies are like a common gift that people give. And if you receive a peace lily as a gift and you look after it really well, and then you go to repot it and it does that, it's horrible. Like, you think that you've killed it and you haven't. It's just a small hissy fit that she will 100% get over. So don't worry about that. That is just what they do. The next plant I'm going to do is my Alocasia dragon scale again, just because she had like a million pups. And they are all growing. She has so many. This leaf always wants to get in. But if you look, there's all these tiny little babies at the bottom. And they all, I don't think I've lost a single one. And then there's more coming. There's like a little nub there. So she's doing super well. My Alocasia Zabrina, true to form, she does this every year. I'll get her if I can find her. So Alocasia are one of those plants that will go dormant in winter if they decide that they want to. It's common. Don't worry about that. Except mine. Mine did nothing all summer and has suddenly decided that she didn't have any leaves at all for ages. So she's got this one. Then she's got another one. Can't see that at all. There's another one coming just on the stem there. There's even a little bit of movement on. There's a stump there. So this is like a pup. And there's the original stump there. That's even starting to get a bit of green on it and grow, which is... Do you know what? She can do what she likes. It's really none of my business. But just so she knows, like, it's going to get dark and cold. I've told you, you know, but... I love Alocasia. I love how they are so unapologetic, a bit like peace lilies. They don't care. Like, they would happily die just to know that they've pissed you off. It's true commitment to being an annoying plant, but they're so pretty that we let them get away with it. I've got nothing, like, I love them. I have quite a few, but they're a stressful plant to have. So I've got no advice for that. I'm just saying. The next plant I want to show you is my Philodendron tortum, which I bought mislabeled and reduced to $9.99 as a bipennifolium, I believe. It had aphids and it didn't grow for ages. But now, so this is an old leaf, and that's like a proper like standard tortum leaf. And then this was the first leaf it grew. So I didn't really know what it was doing. It kind of has the general like spiky idea, but it's more like a holly leaf. Then we're getting more into it. And then this last leaf is like a more sort of standard. So they do need a few leaves to sort of learn what they're doing. And then we have a new leaf growing just here. It's at the little inchworm stage, and it's just being held on by the, what's it called, cataphyll, just there. So yeah, that's quite exciting. She's in Leca, which she seems to really like. And then I've got another one that's growing in the aquarium, which I think it's quite happy. It was just a stump and it didn't have any leaves, and now it is growing leaves, so I'm assuming it's happy. I've also had to do a severe haircut on my Syngonium tri-leaf wonder in Leca, just because it grew, instead of growing like up, it grew like across, which is totally my fault. I mean, it was quite long and it was top heavy. It really had no choice, but I've got nowhere to put it. So yeah, I thought this stem had died, but there's a little bit of, you can see like there's a little bit of green at the top. So plants do want to live. I know it really doesn't seem like they do, but they do, and it's worth persevering. If they look like they're dying, just give them a chance. Have a look at the roots, just give them a chance and see what happens. So these are the plants that I've bought. There's obviously this one, which is very exciting. This is a Philodendron varicosin, and it is stunning. It's got a new leaf coming there, which looks like, it doesn't look real. It, like, the backs of the leaves are just amazing. I want to show the back of this one. They are velvety, but they're not like Velvet Touch velvety. They are like the standard, like the gold standard of, if you feel a Velvet Touch, it's proper nice, but they don't like it, so leave them alone. They've also got like a hairy petiole, which, oh, there's another leaf. There's another new leaf there. There. I wanted one of these for ages, but they're quite expensive. And I say quite expensive. They're expensive for me. They're not particularly rare, and they're not like 3 figures. I think they were going for like £60 in the UK, which is not expensive, but it's also more than I was willing to pay for one, even though they are stunning. And then I saw they had some in the reduced section at my local garden centre, so I picked one up. But then when I was walking around the actual garden centre, I think it was reduced to £36 from, say, £59.99, I think. But then I saw they had smaller ones, this one with, I mean, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves and 2 new ones coming for £32.99, which was amazing. So I'm assuming something's happened, they've got a load in, or for some reason the price has gone down, whatever the reason is. I hope they've not got some sort of hideous disease that everybody knows about but me. But I saw one and just thought I'd snap it up. My boyfriend actually bought it for me. And I love it. They are known for being somewhat diva-ish. They apparently require high humidity, but I've only had this a week, and I've already, like, this leaf has grown a lot and the new leaf has emerged. So I'm hoping that it's okay and that I don't have to do anything like get a humidifier. I mean, I would, but I'd rather not. So yeah, that was a really good little haul. And then, so it was a good day. I only got 2 plants, but they were both ones that I loved, really like, but also are known for being expensive, and I don't want to spend the money. So I got myself a Philodendron Pink Princess. Now you can see that she's not that variegated. There's just a little bit, you can't really see it all. There's a bit there and there's like a bit on the edges. But apparently there's also 2 plants in there. There's a bigger one and a little one. I might actually have to separate them. It's just a tiny pot. The variegation on Philodendron Pink Princess is apparently fairly stable in that they can put out a load of like totally, what colour are we calling this? Like burgundy leaves, and then you'll get a pink one later. So once they go burgundy, it doesn't mean that the variegation's gone forever. Oh, there is a new leaf growing on there actually. Just see on the stem. So yeah, and she was only £16.99. Now people in Australia laugh at us because Philodendron Pink Princess are super cheap over there, or they used to be. In America they are a fortune. In this country they're expensive, but they're also not, I've never seen one in a shop before until recently. So I think they were a big thing in America, and then it's just kind of trickled over here. So a lot of people have them that are into plants, but I just mean they're not commonly available like in a shop. So yeah, I saw this and picked it up. So I got a varicosin and a pink princess for under 50 quid, which, I mean, a lot of people wouldn't spend 50 quid on 2 plants, but my boyfriend bought them, so we're all winners here. And they were both on my wish list, and it's not even really a wish list, it's just a list of plants that I want but are currently too expensive. Florida Ghosts are currently on there. They've got them at my garden centre for, I think they're 150. It's just a little bit too expensive at the moment. I'm not saying they're not worth it, but I'm not spending that on them. So when the price goes down, I think it will go down, just because the sort of hype about them's died down a bit, and they grow quickly and are fairly common. So I'm hoping. How scary do my eyes look? I've got red eyeshadow on, so I do look a bit creepy, and the light obviously. So I'm hoping that I need to get her repotted really, because she's in a teeny tiny pot. I've not actually looked at the roots. Oh, they do look they're coming out the bottom. Oh yeah, she's quite rooty. They look like good. She might go in lecker actually. Those are quite nice white furry roots. I'll see how she grows. If she doesn't really grow much more, I'll just keep her like this for the winter. If she does grow, I'll just repot her. Should we look at your roots? This one's a bit wobbly, which is often a sign of root rot, but also I think it's a cutting. Obviously it's a cutting, it's not like a... Oh, she doesn't want to come out. So I don't know if it's like fairly newly potted. I don't want to tip it on. I've got a bin here. The bin's empty, by the way, and sort of clean, so... Ooh, oh God. Roots are fine, but she's fallen apart. Oh my God. There's definitely like a damp soil smell. Yeah, I don't think she's got root rot, but I think she was possibly overwatered at some point, and the roots were a little bit sad. So I'll just keep a close eye on it. It'd be nice if I had a hobby that didn't involve me getting soil everywhere, but can't choose these things. The last plant I wanted to update you on was my Philodendron Golden Dragon cutting, which I took a cutting, I think not last summer, but the summer before, and she has grown roots like a champ. Like, she rooted no problem, easily rooted, but just didn't grow any leaves, which appears to be like a thing that I do, is I can root plants easily but they won't grow. Like this Tetrasperma is just not, she's not interested in growing at all. But the roots, I mean the roots on this thing, I'm hoping she just grows cups at some point. Oh God, there's like, it looks like there's something like a pup, or maybe it's just a root. Anyway, beautiful, like gorgeous, healthy roots, but no leaves. I mean, it's fine because, to be honest, I've already got one. There's one over there in the corner that grows like a freaking weed. I don't need two, but also I don't know what her issue is. Anyway, so actually I probably took that cutting at the same time I took the Golden Dragon cutting, and then she grew 3 new leaves without me even noticing. So she had this leaf, which is dying, but it's been dying for ages. And then she's just chucked out these new ones. Now, I assume this is the first one. She had no idea what she was doing. She was just like, grow something. This one, similarly, she sort of had the shape right and then she got ripped. This is a good leaf, as leaves go. Like, it's leaf shaped. I know it's a leaf, but it is not a Golden Dragon leaf. So I have high hopes for this one. There's a new leaf growing there, but the tip has gone a bit brown. Now, you're probably watching that going, of course it has. You've just mauled it. And as I'm thinking now, that probably is the issue. Don't touch leaves, and then you won't necessarily kill them or really do them that much actual damage, but physical damage on new leaves is so easy to do. The plant won't mind, the plant doesn't care what it looks like, but you might, because it has to live in your house. So, oh look, I don't know why I care so much that they were touching like that. It was like they were pressing foreheads. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm sort of, with the same as the tetrasperma here, I'm sort of hoping that a little pup or something happens. I don't know if I like these pots. I like the idea of these pots, and they are cheap and they are sort of handy. But I just wish these gaps were a little bit bigger. I'm guessing they've been like cheaply 3D printed or something, because some of them barely have like, some of them have actual like holes that the roots can come through, and some of them, like this one's quite big and the roots can come through it, and this one, but then some of them are like barely even a slit. So yeah, I'm just sort of hoping for a miracle, but we're getting there. We've got, what's that? Oh, I've got aerial roots as well. I don't know what she thinks she's going to do with those, but it's up to her. This leaf is an absolute trooper. It's been hanging on for so long. I'm proud of it. I have inadvertently like knocked plants and like snapped bits off recently, so I have got quite a few propagations going. Now isn't really a time I would choose to do propagations, just because keeping props alive in adverse conditions, i.e. when it's cold, it's not particularly, it's just more challenging than I'd like to take on in winter. You just have to be much more aware and like take a lot of notice, which is not something I'm good at, but it's just the way things have gone. As well as not doing propagations this time of year, I don't advise buying plants in winter. Like, a lot of people just say don't buy plants in winter. Some garden centres don't sell houseplants in winter. I tell people not to, and then do myself. Especially since you can normally get quite good deals on plants that are just a little bit cold damaged. Often that there's no issue with their roots, just the leaves. So you can snap up bargains, but I wouldn't spend a lot of money. Like, if it's an actual bargain, go ahead, but you quite often see, especially with like more expensive plants, they might half the price, but you wouldn't be able to get the plant back from the dead. So it's kind of like, it's like investing. Like, don't spend money that you couldn't afford to lose. So if you see like a rotting varicosin that you aren't sure if you could revive, but you think if you could, you can make the money back by getting cuttings, it's not, I don't know, you really have to sort of hedge your bets. So yeah, I think we're gonna leave that there today. If there are any other plants you want me to update you on, I've not got my grow lights on this week, so because they're on, I've had to move, I've not rearranged, I had to move my shelves out of the way so my electrician could get to the floor. My oven's fixed, by the way, it's very exciting. And I just shoved them back like that, and the grow lights are on that one, so it kind of looks, I'll like get lit from the side, which is weird. Also, I can't find the plugs, so that's the main reason. I've not looked, but you know. So yeah, if you want me to update you on any specific plant, but not the variegated fern that's currently just shedding everywhere, I think I'm beginning to realise why it was reduced. There was something wrong with it. It doesn't have pests, I've checked 1,000 times, but it's just shedding and shedding and shedding. I'm guessing I think it's just overgrown. I think it's just too big for the pot, which I can 100% deal with. I'm quite good at reviving ferns, but I don't want to do anything now. I'll wait until next year. So it's just a keeping her alive task. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.